Hi, so this is a section where I'm going to be talking about the Queens of Noise panel that I was very kindly asked to be on. Queens of Noise was a 2-day event, a showcase and networking event held in Glasgow over the weekend of the 16th and 17th of March. And it's designed basically to show not only the female bands that Scotland has to offer, not all female obviously, just like had to have females in them, and the female promoters, managers, bookers, all the female industry professionals that Scotland has to offer as well. And just to talk, there were a couple of men, I think, on the panels, but not on the days that I was there. So I really enjoyed that. I thought that was quite good. I mean, I'm not saying that should be forever, but it just was nice to hear everything from a woman's perspective. Um, I was really taken aback when I was asked, and it made me reflect on this project. I was asked because of Bangers and Mash. Someone had suggested me for a panel. I thought it was my university tutors because I think they're going to be coming in, but it wasn't. It was actually someone else, someone in a band. And I thought that there was the absolute embodiment of what I was trying to achieve with this project. Obviously trying to achieve experience, but also trying to build my reputation up as a promoter. And it just proves that what I've done in this project did have the effect that I was hoping for it to have. So yeah, I think that's really been a massive green flag for me. I'm really happy with that. So the panel that I was asked to be on was called Behind the Band. I was expecting to be on one called Behind the Show, but actually I understood their logic. They wanted to know for bands how to market themselves, where they should be, just basically giving advice to bands on how I thought was the best way to make it in the music industry. Obviously this is all very low level stuff, because myself and the panelists, it was made up of Kit Carr, who is in my course, as you'll know, Andrew, because you're probably the only person that's going to watch this. Obviously me and Kit had already had collaborative efforts as well, which when we found out that we were both going to be on the same panel, it just all seemed to be coming together quite well. Obviously it didn't come together that well in the end, but spoiler alert. And Zoe Graham, who is an upcoming female singer-songwriter, and Nicole, who I can't remember her last name, but she manages Pleasureheads. Now, none of us were amazingly experienced in our fields, but we definitely, I mean, personally I have respect for Kit because she's been around for a long time, I feel, and done quite a lot of stuff, and she's definitely got a good reputation. So to be considered to be put on the same billing as even her, I was pretty happy with that. Especially because I've not been around that long. So, and yeah, none of us were really, except for Zoe, were in bands, but it was really interesting to have that perspective. Now I'm going to put below the availability to actually read over what the specs that we were given were, but the actual conversation sort of drifted into more of a I was telling bands how, as a promoter, I think that they should be coming to the venues, what makes them noticeable, what makes them actively unnoticeable, like what we would avoid them for. The biggest message that I tried to put across was just be nice to everyone. I put effort into selling your shows, because that's what I learned with the Bangers thing, was bands who weren't trying to actively flog tickets, I just thought you were shooting yourselves in the foot. So I tried to spread that message as much as possible. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was an amazing opportunity for me to realise how much I actually knew, or like how much I'd sort of picked up over the past year without even realising. And it just was a really nice moment for me to be able to share that and talk to a lot of people who maybe wanted shows at the Mash House or wanted advice on getting bigger shows. I was actually able to share some knowledge, which was amazing. It wasn't just me like hounding people after a panel, asking them all of their advice, which was very, very nice. So yeah, that was that. I just thought that that was like the perfect example of my project going well and me achieving what I set out to kind of do. So yeah,